Wait, don't skip this video, because the 5 Australian 20-cent coins you are looking at right now could be hiding a shocking secret. At first, they may look like ordinary coins, but collectors around the world know that some rare Australian coins connected to Queen Elizabeth II have sold for unbelievable amounts of money. Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal in your hand that once passed through everyday shops and markets, but today could attract serious attention from collectors searching for rare treasures. These beautiful 20-cent coins carrying the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II are more than spare change. They are pieces of Australian history, mystery, and hidden value. And what if one of these coins sitting quietly in your collection turned out to be worth thousands, or even part of a million-dollar coin story? That possibility is exactly why people everywhere are now checking their old Australian coins more carefully than ever before. So before you spend another old coin, take a closer look, because your next coin could change everything. If you love rare and valuable old coin stories, then make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for daily old coin videos, hidden treasure discoveries, and unbelievable coin facts from around the world. Your next rare coin discovery could be waiting for you right now. Start. Coin number 1. Today, we are talking about the famous 1977 Australian 20-cent coin. At first glance, the coin looks simple. One side carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the other side features the iconic platypus design known across Australia. Millions of these coins were used in daily life many years ago. People carried them in pockets, spent them in stores, and tossed them into jars without ever imagining they could one day become collector treasures. But this is where the mystery begins. Some collectors believe certain rare examples from 1977 may contain unusual details, minting errors, or exceptional condition that make them incredibly desirable. Tiny differences invisible to ordinary people can completely transform a coin's importance in the collector world. Imagine someone cleaning out an old room and discovering a forgotten box filled with coins from decades ago. Most seem ordinary at first, until one shiny 1977 Australian 20-cent coin catches the light differently. The details look sharper. The edges seem unusual. Something about the coin feels special. Curious, they decide to show it to an expert, and suddenly everyone becomes interested. Questions immediately begin. Could this coin be rare? Could it contain an unusual minting error? Could it actually be valuable? That excitement is exactly what makes coin collecting feel like treasure hunting. Every old coin carries history. Think about how many places this coin may have traveled during nearly 50 years. It may have passed through thousands of hands, visited countless shops, and survived decades before finally being rediscovered today. Many coins disappear forever. Others become scratched and damaged over time. But a few survive in beautiful condition, and those surviving examples become highly desirable among collectors. A clean and well-preserved 1977 Australian 20-cent coin can instantly attract attention because older coins in excellent condition become harder to find every year. Now let's talk about the most exciting part: error coins. Error coins are coins made with unusual mistakes during production. Sometimes the design appears slightly off-center. Sometimes the strike looks different from normal coins. Sometimes tiny details become unusual during the minting process. These small mistakes may seem unimportant to ordinary people, but collectors see them as hidden treasures waiting to be discovered.
Why?
Because rare mistakes create rarity, and rarity creates excitement. Collectors spend years searching through old coins hoping to discover unusual details nobody else noticed. They inspect dates, edges, and surfaces carefully under bright lights because one tiny difference can completely change a coin's story. Now imagine accidentally spending a valuable coin without realizing what you had. It sounds unbelievable, but stories like this happen more often than people think. Rare coins have been discovered in pocket change, garage sales, and forgotten family collections people almost threw away. That possibility keeps treasure hunters searching every single day. The famous platypus design also makes this coin especially memorable. The platypus is one of the strangest animals in the world, making it a unique symbol of Australia's currency. Collectors instantly recognize the design, and many consider it one of the most iconic images ever placed on Australian coins. Now imagine finding a rare version of that coin sitting quietly in your own collection. Your heart begins racing. Your hands shake slightly. You search online and suddenly discover collectors discussing coins just like yours. Experts become curious. Buyers ask questions. Everyone wants to know the same thing. Could this actually be one of the hidden treasures people have been searching for? That moment changes everything. Coin collecting is exciting because it combines mystery, history, and possibility. Unlike giant treasure chests buried underground, coin treasures can hide almost anywhere, inside jars, drawers, shelves, or forgotten boxes untouched for decades. And sometimes, ordinary people make extraordinary discoveries completely by accident. The internet has made these stories even bigger. Videos about valuable coins attract millions of viewers because people love imagining hidden treasure may already exist inside their homes. Every time someone discovers an unusual coin, thousands of others rush to inspect their own collections hoping to experience the same excitement. Now think carefully about this. Millions of 1977 Australian 20-cent coins were originally made, but time changes everything. Many coins became damaged or lost forever. Others disappeared into private collections and are rarely seen again. As years continue passing, surviving high-quality examples become harder and harder to find. And when rarity grows, collector demand grows too. That growing demand is why people continue searching old coins even today. Some collectors dedicate their entire lives to discovering rare pieces because they know incredible treasures may still be hiding in ordinary places. Experts always recommend protecting old coins carefully. Never clean them harshly because cleaning may damage the surface and reduce collector interest. Instead, store them safely and inspect them closely under proper lighting. Tiny details matter far more than most people realize. Imagine opening an old family coin jar tomorrow and discovering a beautiful 1977 Australian 20-cent coin hidden among ordinary change. Maybe it is common, or maybe it contains unusual details collectors dream about finding. That mystery alone is enough to make anyone curious. Collectors do not simply see coins as money. They see stories frozen in metal. Every mark represents part of a journey through history. Every surviving coin becomes a connection to another time. And sometimes, one forgotten coin becomes the center of enormous excitement. So before you spend another old coin, stop and look carefully. Check the date. Study the details. Because somewhere in the world right now, someone is unknowingly holding a rare coin capable of surprising everyone around them. And who knows? Maybe the next unbelievable treasure discovery will begin with a simple 1977 Australian 20-cent coin, already waiting quietly inside your own hands. Coin number 2. The 1978, millions of these coins were produced by the Royal Australian Mint. At first glance, that may sound disappointing because people often believe only extremely old or limited coins can become valuable. But here is where the mystery begins. Even when a coin has a large mintage, certain versions can still become incredibly desirable. Why? Because condition changes everything. A heavily worn coin may be ordinary, but a perfectly preserved coin with sharp details and brilliant shine can suddenly become something collectors are willing to fight over. Imagine finding a coin untouched for decades, hidden safely inside an old collection while time passed around it. That single coin could now be worth far more than anyone expected. What truly excites collectors is the possibility of mint errors. These are mistakes created during the coin production process, and sometimes those mistakes transform an ordinary coin into a legendary collectible. Tiny details can completely change value overnight. A double strike, an off-center design, unusual markings, or strange metal flaws can turn a common coin into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right buyer. The shocking part is that many people never notice these errors. They spend rare coins every single day without realizing what they had in their hands. Somewhere out there, valuable treasures may still be hiding in circulation right now. Now imagine the excitement of a collector searching through jars filled with old coins late at night, carefully examining every tiny detail under bright light. That thrill is real. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. For many people, it feels like treasure hunting. Every coin carries mystery. Every scratch, shine, or unusual mark could reveal a hidden fortune. And the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin continues to attract attention because collectors know surprises still appear from time to time. Stories have spread about rare examples discovered unexpectedly in old family collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten piggy banks. One reason this coin remains fascinating is its connection to Australian history. During the late 1970s, Australia was changing rapidly. The country's culture, economy, and identity were evolving, and coins from that era became tiny historical snapshots frozen in metal. When you hold the 1978 20-cent coin, you are touching a real object from another time. Think about how many hands may have carried it through shops, cities, and generations. Coins silently travel through history while witnessing moments nobody remembers anymore. That hidden journey gives old coins emotional value beyond money itself. Collectors also pay close attention to coin grading. This is where professionals carefully examine a coin's condition using magnification and special standards. A small difference in quality can create an enormous difference in price. One 1978 Australian 20-cent coin might sell for almost nothing, while another with flawless surfaces and brilliant mint shine could become highly desirable. This is why experienced collectors always inspect coins carefully instead of judging them too quickly. Tiny details can completely change everything. Another fascinating fact is that proof versions of the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin also exist. Proof coins are specially made using polished dies and careful striking techniques designed for collectors rather than everyday circulation. These coins often look stunning, with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details that appear almost unreal under light. When collectors discover proof examples kept in original packaging, excitement grows quickly because these coins are far more difficult to find in perfect condition decades later. Their beauty alone makes them feel like miniature works of art. Over the years, the internet has completely transformed coin collecting. Today, collectors from different countries compete online to buy rare coins they may never see again. Auctions create intense excitement as prices suddenly jump higher and higher within seconds. A coin ignored by one person may become another collector's dream discovery. This growing worldwide interest means even older Australian coins continue gaining attention. The idea that an ordinary-looking 20-cent coin could become highly collectible keeps people searching through old collections every day. Many beginners make one huge mistake: they clean their coins. This can actually destroy value instantly. Collectors prefer original surfaces because cleaning often scratches the metal and removes natural aging. A coin with honest wear is usually worth far more than a damaged, shiny coin. That is why experts always recommend leaving old coins exactly as they are found. Sometimes the smallest decision can mean the difference between preserving history and ruining it forever. The most exciting part about coin collecting is uncertainty. Nobody knows exactly what hidden treasures still exist. Rare discoveries continue happening even today. People cleaning garages, opening inherited boxes, or sorting through forgotten collections sometimes uncover coins worth shocking amounts of money. That possibility creates endless excitement. And while not every 1978 Australian 20-cent coin is worth a fortune, the dream of finding a special example keeps collectors searching year after year. Imagine showing your coin to an experienced collector and hearing words you never expected: "This might be rare." In that single moment, an ordinary object suddenly feels completely different. What once looked like spare change becomes a mystery, an opportunity, and perhaps even a hidden treasure connected to history itself. That emotional transformation is one reason coin collecting continues growing around the world. Every collector secretly hopes the next coin they examine could change everything. So before you ignore another old Australian coin, take a closer look. Examine the year carefully. Study the details. Check for unusual markings, strong shine, or strange errors. Because somewhere out there, hidden among ordinary coins, valuable treasures may still be waiting to be discovered. The 1978 Australian 20-cent coin reminds us that extraordinary stories can hide inside the smallest objects. Sometimes the greatest surprises are not locked inside treasure chests, but resting quietly in the palm of your hand. And who knows? Maybe right now, inside your pocket, drawer, or old coin jar, there is a forgotten 1978 Australian 20-cent coin waiting for someone to finally recognize its true importance. Coin number 3. The 1981 Australian 20-cent coin is one of those fascinating coins that hides its mystery in plain sight. At first glance, it looks simple: strong silver color, beautiful shape, and the famous platypus design that Australians instantly recognize. But what makes this coin exciting is not only its design. It's the possibility that some surviving examples are worth much more than face value. Over the years, collectors have searched through old jars, forgotten piggy banks, and dusty collections hoping to discover a high-grade 1981 coin or a rare mint error hiding among ordinary coins. And sometimes, they actually find one. Now picture this for a moment. Somewhere in the world, someone unknowingly spends a rare coin on a snack, a bus ride, or a cup of coffee. The next person receives it without realizing they may be holding a collectible piece of history. That is exactly why coin collecting has become so addictive for millions of people. Every coin tells a story. Every scratch, every shine, every tiny detail matters. And the 1981 Australian 20-cent coin carries the story of an entire era, a time when Australia's currency represented national pride, history, and craftsmanship. One of the most eye-catching parts of this coin is the legendary platypus on the reverse side. This unique Australian animal makes the coin instantly recognizable around the world. The artwork is bold, detailed, and unforgettable. On the other side appears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, reminding collectors of the long historical connection between Australia and the British monarchy. Together, these two designs transformed a simple circulating coin into something iconic. And today, collectors admire these details more than ever, especially when the coin remains in excellent condition after decades of circulation. But here's where things become truly exciting. Not every 1981 Australian 20-cent coin is equal. Some coins were heavily damaged through years of use, while others somehow survived in near-perfect condition. In the coin collecting world, condition changes everything. A shiny coin with crisp details and almost no scratches can attract serious attention from buyers and collectors. The difference between an ordinary circulated coin and a high-grade collectible coin can sometimes mean the difference between cents and hundreds of dollars. That's why experienced collectors carefully inspect every tiny detail before deciding a coin's true value. And then there are the mysterious minting errors. These are the coins collectors dream about finding. Sometimes a coin leaves the mint with unusual marks, double strikes, off-center designs, strange shapes, or other production mistakes. These errors are rare because quality checks usually remove defective coins before they enter circulation. But once in a while, a few escape into the world. Imagine discovering that the old 1981 20-cent coin sitting in your home has an unusual mint error nobody noticed for years. That single discovery could instantly transform an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Many people believe valuable coins must be ancient, made of gold, or extremely rare. But the truth is far more surprising. Modern coins can also become highly collectible when the right conditions come together. A limited survival rate, collector demand, minting variations, and exceptional condition can push prices much higher than expected. The 1981 Australian 20-cent coin proves that even everyday currency can develop a hidden reputation over time. And that possibility is exactly what keeps collectors searching every single day. Across the world, coin collectors spend countless hours studying small details invisible to ordinary people. They examine lettering, edges, shine, alignment, and even tiny imperfections under magnification. To most people, it may look obsessive, but collectors know these details can completely change a coin's value. A tiny variation that seems unimportant today could become the reason a coin becomes famous tomorrow. This treasure hunting excitement is what makes coin collecting feel less like a hobby and more like a real-life adventure. Now imagine opening an old family box filled with forgotten coins passed down through generations. Dust covers the container. The coins clink together softly as you sort through them one by one. Suddenly, you notice a shining 1981 Australian 20-cent coin staring back at you. Could it be ordinary? Maybe. But could it also be a rare high-grade piece or an unusual mint error worth far more than 20 cents? Absolutely. That tiny moment of discovery is the reason people around the world continue searching through old collections every day. The fascinating thing about coin collecting is that history lives inside these small metal circles. The 1981 20-cent coin survived changing economies, changing generations, and decades of circulation. It may have traveled through thousands of hands, crossed cities, entered shops, restaurants, banks, and markets before finally ending up somewhere unexpected. Every mark on the coin represents part of its hidden journey. And when collectors hold an old coin, they are not just holding money, they are holding a piece of living history. Over time, fewer clean examples remain available because many coins become scratched, damaged, lost, or melted away. This naturally increases collector interest in coins that still look sharp and beautiful decades later. Some collectors even store their best coins in protective holders to preserve every detail for future generations. They understand something important. Rarity is not always about how many coins were originally made. Sometimes it's about how many survived in collectible condition. Social media and online marketplaces have also increased interest in coins like the 1981 Australian 20-cent piece. Videos showing rare coins selling for surprising amounts of money inspire millions of people to check their own collections. Suddenly, ordinary pocket change becomes exciting. People who never cared about coins before begin searching through drawers and wallets, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure. And every once in a while, someone really does find something valuable hiding in plain sight. So before you ignore another old coin, take a closer look. That 1981 Australian 20-cent coin could be more than spare change. It could be a forgotten collectible, a historical keepsake, or even a rare minting surprise waiting to be discovered. Coin number 4. The 1996 Australian 20-cent coin is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance. It carries the iconic platypus design that has become a symbol of Australian currency for generations. Smooth, shiny, and instantly recognizable, this coin passed through millions of hands during the 1990s. People used it for snacks, bus rides, newspapers, and everyday shopping. But while most of these coins disappeared into circulation and became worn over time, a small number survived in exceptional condition, and those are the coins collectors dream about finding today. Imagine someone cleaning an old room and discovering a forgotten jar filled with coins from the 1990s. Dust covers the lid. The coins rattle softly inside. Suddenly, among all the ordinary change, a bright 1996 Australian 20-cent coin appears, almost untouched by time. In the world of coin collecting, moments like this create real excitement. Because sometimes a coin that looks simple to everyone else can turn out to be a valuable collectible hiding in plain sight. One reason collectors love the 1996 20-cent coin is its timeless design. On one side appears Queen Elizabeth II, representing an important chapter of Australian and world history. On the reverse side sits the famous platypus, one of the most unique animals on Earth. This strange and fascinating creature became one of Australia's most beloved coin symbols. The detailed artwork gives the coin personality and character, making it stand out even decades after it was first released into circulation. But here is where the story becomes truly interesting. Not every 1996 Australian 20-cent coin is worth the same amount. Condition changes everything. A heavily scratched coin may only be worth face value, but a coin with sharp details, brilliant shine, and almost no damage can attract serious collector attention. Coin grading experts carefully study every tiny mark, edge, and detail to determine how well a coin survived over the years. Sometimes a single grade difference can dramatically increase the value of a collectible coin. And then come the legendary mint errors, the hidden treasures collectors search for endlessly. Minting errors happen when something unusual occurs during the coin production process. A coin may be struck off-center, contain double details, or show strange imperfections created at the mint itself. These mistakes are rare because most defective coins are removed before entering circulation. But every once in a while, a few escape into the world unnoticed. That possibility turns every 1996 20-cent coin into a mystery waiting to be solved. This is exactly why coin collecting feels like a treasure hunt. Every old wallet, piggy bank, cash register, or forgotten collection could contain something valuable. Most people never notice the small details that collectors look for. But experienced collectors examine coins under bright lights and magnifying glasses, searching for anything unusual. To them, a tiny detail invisible to ordinary people could mean the difference between a common coin and a highly collectible one. Another fascinating part of the 1996 Australian 20-cent coin is its connection to history. Coins are more than money, they are time capsules. This coin survived through changing decades, economic shifts, and millions of everyday transactions. It may have traveled across cities, entered restaurants, supermarkets, banks, and markets before finally ending up somewhere unexpected. Every mark tells part of its journey, and every collector who holds it becomes part of that story. Over the years, interest in collectible coins has exploded across the internet. Videos showing rare coins selling for huge amounts have inspired millions of people to check their own collections. Suddenly, ordinary coins from the 1990s became exciting again. People everywhere began searching through drawers, boxes, and old family collections hoping to discover hidden treasure. And sometimes, those discoveries actually happen. That possibility keeps the excitement alive. What makes coin collecting so addictive is the idea that anyone can participate. You do not need expensive equipment to begin. Some of the greatest discoveries started with ordinary people noticing something unusual in everyday change. A coin that seemed worthless at first suddenly became the center of attention because of a rare detail or extraordinary condition. The 1996 Australian 20-cent coin represents that exact kind of possibility, a small object with the power to surprise people decades later. Collectors also understand an important truth about rarity. Sometimes rarity is not about how many coins were originally made. It is about how many survived in excellent condition. Millions of 1996 coins may have entered circulation, but far fewer remain clean, sharp, and undamaged today. Years of use naturally destroy many coins, making high-quality examples harder to find as time passes. That scarcity increases collector demand and creates excitement around well-preserved pieces. Imagine showing someone an old 1996 20-cent coin and discovering it could actually be collectible. The feeling would be unforgettable. Suddenly, something small and overlooked becomes meaningful. That is the magic of coin collecting. It transforms ordinary objects into stories, mysteries, and opportunities. Every collector dreams of finding the next hidden gem, and sometimes those dreams begin with coins people ignore every single day. So tonight, before you toss your spare change aside, take a closer look at your coins. Search through old boxes, family collections, and forgotten drawers. That 1996 Australian 20-cent coin could be more than simple currency. It could be a rare survivor, a historical keepsake, or even an overlooked minting error waiting to be discovered. And the most unbelievable treasures are often hiding where nobody thinks to look, quietly waiting for the right person to finally notice them. Coin number 5. Wait, before you throw away another old coin, look closely at that 1999 Australian 20-cent coin in your hand, because some people believe certain rare versions of this tiny coin could be worth far more than anyone imagines. To most people, it is just spare change. Something used for snacks, bus fares, or forgotten at the bottom of a drawer. But to coin collectors, the 1999 Australian 20-cent coin is part of a hidden world filled with mystery, rare discoveries, and the dream of finding a coin worth a fortune. And once you hear the unbelievable story behind this coin, you may never spend another 20-cent piece so casually again. Imagine discovering that a coin you ignored for years could actually attract collectors from around the world. That is exactly what keeps millions of people searching through old wallets, piggy banks, jars, and family collections every single day. The excitement comes from one simple possibility. Somewhere out there, an ordinary-looking coin may secretly be extraordinary. And the 1999 Australian 20-cent coin has become one of those fascinating coins people love to inspect closely, especially when it appears in exceptional condition or contains unusual minting details. The design of the 1999 Australian 20-cent coin instantly captures attention. On one side appears Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol recognized across generations of Australian currency. On the reverse side sits the famous platypus, one of the strangest and most unique animals in the world. The detailed artwork gives this coin personality and identity, making it instantly recognizable even decades later. Millions of these coins entered circulation during the late 1990s, traveling through shops, restaurants, banks, and markets across Australia. Yet while many became scratched and damaged through years of use, a few somehow survived looking almost brand new. And this is where collectors become excited. In coin collecting, condition changes everything. Two coins from the exact same year may have completely different values depending on how well they survived over time. A heavily worn coin may only be worth face value, while a sharply detailed, shiny example can attract serious collector attention. Experts carefully inspect every detail, the edges, lettering, shine, and tiny marks, to determine whether a coin is ordinary or truly special. Sometimes, even the smallest difference can dramatically increase collector demand. But the real mystery begins with mint errors. These are the coins collectors dream about finding. During production at the mint, small mistakes occasionally happen. A coin may be struck off-center, show doubled lettering, unusual shapes, or strange design errors. Most defective coins are caught before leaving the mint, but every once in a while, a few escape into circulation unnoticed. Imagine discovering that your old 1999 Australian 20-cent coin contains a rare minting error nobody noticed for years. Suddenly, a simple coin becomes the center of attention. This possibility is exactly why coin collecting feels like treasure hunting. Every old coin carries potential. Somewhere in the world, someone could unknowingly spend a rare collectible coin on coffee or groceries without realizing its hidden value. Meanwhile, experienced collectors carefully search through thousands of coins hoping to spot something unusual. The thrill comes from never knowing when the next great discovery might appear. Over the years, stories about rare coins selling for shocking amounts of money have spread across social media and online marketplaces. Videos showing coins worth thousands, or even rumors of coins connected to million-dollar stories, have inspired people everywhere to check their spare change. Suddenly, coins once ignored became exciting again. The idea that a tiny metal object could possibly change someone's life creates curiosity and excitement unlike almost any other hobby. The 1999 Australian 20-cent coin also represents a fascinating piece of history. Coins are more than money. They are small pieces of time frozen in metal. This coin survived changing generations, different economies, and decades of circulation. It may have passed through thousands of hands before reaching yours today. Every scratch tells part of its journey. Every worn edge represents years of movement through everyday life. And that hidden history makes collecting coins feel personal and exciting. Many people assume valuable coins must be ancient or made from gold. But modern coins can also become highly collectible under the right conditions. Limited surviving high-grade examples, unusual mint errors, and strong collector demand can transform an ordinary coin into something much more valuable. That is why collectors continue searching through 1999 Australian 20-cent coins today, hoping to discover an overlooked treasure hiding among common coins. Picture this moment. You open an old family box filled with forgotten coins. Dust rises into the air as you sort through them one by one. Then suddenly, you notice a bright 1999 Australian 20-cent coin shining differently from the others. Maybe the details look sharper. Maybe the coin appears unusual. Maybe there is something special nobody noticed before. That single moment of curiosity is how some of the most exciting coin discoveries begin. Collectors often spend hours examining coins under bright lights and magnifying glasses because they understand something important. Tiny details matter. A small minting variation invisible to ordinary people could make a coin incredibly desirable in the future. This attention to detail transforms coin collecting into more than a hobby. It becomes a search for hidden stories and forgotten treasures. As time passes, fewer clean examples of older circulating coins remain available. Coins become lost, damaged, or worn down through years of use. That naturally increases demand for well-preserved pieces. Some collectors even protect their coins inside special holders to keep them safe for future generations. They know that once a beautiful high-grade coin becomes damaged, its collector appeal can disappear forever. So before you ignore another old coin, stop and take a second look at that 1999 Australian 20-cent piece. It may seem ordinary today, but hidden among millions of common coins could be a rare survivor, a mysterious mint error, or a collectible piece that captures serious attention. And while not every coin becomes worth a fortune, the dream of discovering something extraordinary is what keeps collectors searching every single day.